Howdy, folks. Today we're looking at Camelot 3000 number 9 from 1983 in DC Comics. Since we're paying attention, issue 9 slips 3 months late, with a cover dated December 1983 from the previous issue September. The last leg of the book was famously defined by a series of precipitous release gaps, a dire state of affairs that was nevertheless a sign of confidence in the artist. This was a new era in publishing, after all, and as annoying as fans and retailers may have regarded the gaps at the time, they were premised on the understanding that there was no value in the idea of a fill-in issue. Camelot 3000 lived and died on the premium appeal of Brian Bolland's art. This was a new paradigm that would carry forward for future prestige projects. This series' closest direct descendant in many respects would be Watchmen, another series dogged by calamitous shipping delays in the moment, but eventually forgotten in the fullness of time. But what of the story itself? The hunt for the Grail once again leads to a kind of anticlimax for Arthur and his forces. As before, the question hinges on the piety of Sir Percival, now imprisoned within the hideous mutated body of a Neo-Man. On Arthur's announcement, Percival cloisters himself in the chapel to pray for another vision regarding the Grail's dispensation, and receives a vision leading the questers to Glastonbury Tor. Not the most original hiding place, true, but we're on a timetable here. The question of faith is broached, another strange frontier for monthly comics in the early 80s for a genre often wary of the topic. But it simply can't be avoided when hunting for the cup of Christ. Percival leads Lancelot and Guinevere, along with the ailing Tom, to the Grail's hiding place, and a scene that strikes me as quite similar to the climax of Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, with Percival given a choice between multiple false grails to discover the true artifact. The screenwriter for the third Indiana Jones movie was incidentally a man named Jeffrey Boehm. Was Boehm influenced by Camelot 3000? I have no direct evidence, but Boehm was also responsible for producing drafts of both the unproduced Sergeant Rock film and the late 90s adaptation of Lee Falk's Phantom, so the idea isn't completely beyond the realm of possibility, considering how widely read Camelot 3000 was at the time. In any event, Percival guesses correctly, and for his fidelity is rewarded with ascending bodily to heaven, leaving the Grail with Lancelot, who promptly loses it 2 pages later, not to LaFay, but the scheming Mordred, finally come into his own memories and ancient resentments. That he immediately turns the tables on LaFay herself shouldn't surprise you. Ultimately, she's as much an easily distracted sucker as everyone else in the story, an observation true to the myth in every retelling.